Ah, to be a princess. Every little girl's dream. But unlike Disney portrays, there's a lot more to a princess than makeup, hairstyles, and glittery dresses. What's that, you may ask? Well, here is some insight into the lives of the top 10 richest princesses in the world. Number 10. Princess Madeleine of Sweden. Net worth $10 million. This princess was born on the 10th of June, 1982, at Drottningholm Palace, and is the daughter of King Carl XVI Gustaf and Queen Sylvia of Sweden. She is particularly fond of horses, and in her youth, she participated in show jumping competitions under the name Anna Svensson. Apart from horses, she has a strong love for art, and this motivated her to pursue a Bachelor's of Arts in Art History. Her interests don't stop there. She also enjoys dance, theater, and skiing. The princess speaks English, German, Swedish, and a bit of French too. She can be seen participating in various events with and on behalf of her father and the Swedish people. In 2012, she became engaged to Christopher O'Neill, an American financier who was born in the UK. They got married a year later, and now they have 3 lovely children. The family currently lives in Florida in a 15-room mansion. This mansion includes everything you'd expect a mansion to have, but what I found interesting is that it has a private wing just for the children. Madeleine seems quite content with her life in the US, and during an interview with a Swedish magazine, she said, "I now feel that I have good friends, and especially I have gotten to know some really nice mothers from school. In the US, parents are incredibly present in the schools, so it was very easy to make new friends with the community." I'm sure that being a princess had something to do with it, but that's just me. Moving on. Number 9. Crown Princess Victoria of Sweden. Net worth $10 million. Oh look, it's Madeleine's sister. Victoria is the oldest child of King Carl XVI Gustaf and Queen Sylvia. She was born in July 1977 and was designated Crown Princess in 1979. Her interests are a bit different from her sisters. In her young adulthood, she studied various subjects at Yale University and became an intern at the Swedish Embassy in Washington in 1999. In 2006, she enrolled in a training program for young future diplomats, where she learned about her country's foreign and security policies, as well as important elements of international relations. She has represented Sweden abroad on many occasions. Her first official visit was to Japan in 2001, but since then she's been to countless other countries. Her fund, named the Crown Princess Victoria Fund, aims to help children with functional disabilities or chronic illnesses. The fund receives donations from the public and several large companies. In 2010, she married Daniel Westling, and they have 2 children, a girl and a boy. Her life has not been without trials, and for several years she suffered with an eating disorder, which she has since overcome. Number 8. Zara Phillips. Net worth $20 million. This princess is the granddaughter of Queen Elizabeth II and is 21st in line of succession to the British throne. Her mother and father are Anne, Princess Royal, and Captain Mark Phillips. In her youth, Zara loved sports and represented her school in hockey, gymnastics, and athletics. Her passion for sports led her to study physiotherapy at the University of Exeter. After that, she continued her sporting endeavors by pursuing a career in equestrianism. This went well for her, as in 2006, she won the Eventing World Championship in Aachen and was voted the BBC Sports Personality of the Year. She also won a silver medal at the 2012 Summer Olympics. Some years later, she began to design her own line of equestrian clothing and later launched a jewelry collection called Zara Phillips Collection. What a busy princess. In 2011, she married a rugby player, Mike Tyndall. They have 2 daughters and a son. It was interesting to find out that her luck hasn't always been the best, as once she fell from her horse and broke her right collarbone. Many years later, and totally unrelated to horses by the way, she was banned from driving for 6 months because she accumulated 12 points on her license. The court fined her £666 and made her pay a victim surcharge of £151. Mere peanuts for someone of her net worth. Number 7. Princess Anne. Net worth $30 million. It's Zara's mom. Princess Anne is the second child of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. When she was a little girl, a governess was employed to look after her and to ensure that her educational needs were met. She attended Benenden School in 1963 and later graduated with 6 GCE O-levels and 2 A-levels. Zara probably inherited her horse-loving ways from her mother, as Anne was actually a well-respected equestrian. She won 1 gold medal in 1971 and 2 silver medals in 1975. She was also the first member of the British royal family to participate in the Olympic Games. In 1973, she married Mark Phillips, and they had 2 children, Peter and Zara Phillips. I guess that Anne's love life was lacking, because in 1992, the palace announced that she had filed for divorce. That same year, she married Timothy Lawrence, a commander in the Royal Navy. Apart from romance and horses, Princess Anne participates in several charitable activities, which are related to people with disabilities, health in developing countries, sports, and sciences. She has been a primary figure with Save the Children and was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize in 1990. Number 6. Princess Caroline of Hanover. Net worth $100 million. Taking a break from the UK for a while, let's see what's going on in Monaco. Princess Caroline was born in 1957. She is the daughter of Rainier III, Prince of Monaco, and Grace Kelly, former American actress who died in a car accident. She spent a lot of her childhood in Philadelphia with her mother's parents. In 1974, she received her French baccalaureate, and she continued her education in France, where she received various academic qualifications. Like many princesses, she is a polyglot who is proficient in French, English, German, and Italian. I'm noticing a trend here because guess what animal she loves? Yep, you got it, horses. She loves horseback riding, but also enjoys swimming and skiing. I guess that Caroline refuses to settle for a mediocre love life because she has been married 3 times. Her first husband was Philippe Junot, a banker. They divorced in 1980 with no children. In 1983, she married Stefano Casiraghi, and they later had 3 children. They divorced eventually, but the princess found love again and married Prince Ernst August of Hanover, Duke of Brunswick, in 1999. They have 1 daughter, although they aren't divorced. The couple separated in 2009, and Caroline went back to live in Monaco. Number 5. Princess Stephanie of Monaco. $100 million. Princess Caroline's younger sister has been affectionately referred to as Wild Child, and you'll see why in a while. She went to school in Monaco and France, and was always fond of classical dance, piano, gymnastics, and horse riding. In 1982, she was in the car during the accident which caused her mother, Grace Kelly, to lose her life. Princess Stephanie also sustained some injuries which prevented her from being able to attend her mother's funeral. She went through a rough time after her mother's death, but she made a strong comeback and began to pursue her passions. She worked for Christian Dior for a while, then had her model debut in a Spanish magazine called Hola. Later on, she launched a swimwear line and a perfume. But there's more. She released her first single in 1986, and her album, Buzon, sold more than 1.5 million copies. Daniel Ducrouet, and they had 2 children together. They divorced in 1996, but she had a 3rd child in 1998, and the father remains a mystery. She seems to have a thing for guys who work in circuses because she dated an elephant trainer, then later married an acrobat, Adonis Lopez Perez. Unfortunately, that marriage didn't last either. Number 4. Princess Charlene of Monaco. $150 million. Wow, Monaco sure has many princesses. Princess Charlene wasn't always a princess, though. She was born in Rhodesia in 1978 to a sales manager and a former competitive diver. When she was 12, they moved to South Africa, and this is where her swimming career blossomed. She represented South Africa in several games and met Albert II, Prince of Monaco, at the Mare Nostrum swimming meet in Monaco. What a stroke of luck. They were smitten with each other and got married in 2011. They had a lovely honeymoon in Mozambique, and later their twins, Princess Gabriella and Prince Jacques, came along. So what has she been up to since? She's a co-patron of Giving Organizations Trust, which is a charitable South African organization which seeks to help underprivileged children and AIDS victims. She also started the Princess Charlene of Monaco Foundation with the goal of ending drowning by creating more childhood awareness and teaching them preventative measures. When the COVID-19 pandemic struck, the foundation made masks for the people of Monaco. The princess has also been involved in initiatives to raise awareness about rhinoceros poaching. She has not been in the best of health lately, but she is recovering well. I wish her the best. Number 3. Princess Jazine, $750 million. This princess has quite a unique past, and she's probably the most bitter on my list. She, along with her brother Jonathan, were adopted from an orphanage in London in the 1960s. Their adoptive parents were Princess Orietta Doria Pamphege and Frank Pogson. This affluent royal family owns palaces in Rome and Genoa. Jazine and Jonathan grew up like aristocrats, but when their adoptive mother died, some trouble began to brew. The two, already adults, inherited the estate, which includes a collection of expensive paintings and a massive palace. Jazine is married and has 4 children, and she has been trying to prove that Jonathan is not legally the father of his first daughter, Emily. She was born to a surrogate mother, a practice which is forbidden in Italy. Jonathan, a homosexual, had no choice but to go this route in order to have a child. Jazine is not having it at all, and she even said, "Gay people can raise a family, but there needs to be a parent of both sexes in the child's life." It's all about inheritance, and I guess that Jazine wants it all for her kids. I find it funny because none of it is really hers anyway. Number 2. Princess Charlotte of Cambridge, $4 billion. Finally, an adorable touch to this list. Princess Charlotte is the second child of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and is fourth in line of succession to the British throne. She was born in May 2015, which makes her 7 years old at the time this video is being recorded. This little girl, who is affectionately referred to as Lottie and Mignonette by her parents, is the second richest princess in the world. She first attended the Wilcox Nursery School, and in 2018, she began studying at Thomas's School in Battersea, which her brother, Prince George, also attends. The public was first able to see her in the flesh in 2016, when she made her first appearance on the balcony of Buckingham Palace. She has not been completely hidden from the public, as she has accompanied her parents to several events. One of her newest hobbies includes horse riding, one of her grandmother's favorites. Number 1. Princess Sirivannavari of Thailand, $35 billion. And the princess you've been waiting for? Number 1 on the list is the only daughter of King Vajiralongkorn. She was born in Bangkok, Thailand in 1987. She lived in the royal palace and was educated at British boarding schools. But when the king divorced her mother in 1996, life became a bit hectic. Her mother moved to the UK with her, but the king arrived and brought her back to Thailand. She continued her life in Thailand, where she pursued her education. She has a Bachelor of Arts, Master's, and an honorary doctorate in Fine and Applied Arts, which was awarded by Chulalongkorn University. Unlike ordinary princesses, Sirivannavari prefers badminton and has even won a gold medal in a tournament. She also loves fashion design and was invited by Pierre Balmain to present her creations at a fashion show in Paris. She actually designed the dress which was worn by the Thai representative in the Miss Universe Thailand 2018 pageant. She has also been expressive in the development of other fashionable items, such as footwear, leather goods, accessories, and jewelry. I realize that princesses go through many similar experiences as us ordinary folk. I hope you enjoyed this informative video. Click the one on the screen for more awesome content.